The story kicks off with the Fantastic Four locked in an intense battle against a squad of formidable robots. Each one is custom-built to take down a specific member of the team, pushing the heroes to their limits. The tide begins to turn as the team finally overcomes one of the mechanical foes. In the process, they uncover a shocking twist.
Hey, there's a guy inside. He ain't got no clothes on.
It's Bentley Whitman, the wizard, Ben. I'd recognize that head anywhere.
Johnny, check the other machines.
Will do. Yep, all three, alive and kicking.
Well then, be careful. There are people involved. Let's show a little compassion and restraint for our fellow man.
The Fantastic Four continued their relentless fight against the last three robots. After an intense battle, they managed to dismantle them and free the trapped humans, only to discover the truth. They were robots too. The mystery deepening, Reed made a bold decision to confront the wizard alone, assuring Susan he'd return before dinner. In the blink of an eye, Reed vanished, finding himself transported directly into the wizard's lair. Surrounded by the unsettling sight of the wizard's monstrous creations, he steeled himself and faced the villain head-on.
Bentley, you're not well.
You think I don't have to do this? I do. We need to burn it down and start over. Gods make mistakes, Richards. Look at us.
When they lock you up, I'll make sure you get the very best care. I'll visit you regularly, I promise. Maybe we can publish a paper together.
After defeating the wizard, he read his kids a bedtime story and tucked them in before heading to the kitchen, where he embraced Susan. She mentioned she was heading to bed, and Reed replied that he had some lingering thoughts to work through. In the solitude of his lab, he activated a machine he had built, its glowing light filling the room. Moments later, three shadowy figures emerged. Recognizing them, Reed acknowledged their previous encounter and sought their guidance to solve everything. The figures stepped forward, revealing themselves to be variants of Reed, identical in appearance and name. Stunned, Reed realized they hailed from other universes. The trio led him along an endless pathway, explaining it was time to meet his brothers. Reed was ushered into the council, a vast gathering of hundreds of Reeds, each unique, with varied powers and traits. Before Reed could ask about their purpose, a blaring alarm interrupted. A Galactus incursion had been detected on Earth 2012. As the council prepared to confront the celestial threat, Reed turned to them and asked,
Who built this place?
We did, Dr. Richards. This is a dream made reality. A place to become something greater than what you were. We would like for you to join us. It's time you reached your full potential.
Before breakfast, Reed joined the Council of Reeds in taking down a Galactus, a decision that weighed heavily on him since he didn't believe in killing. Yet, by the time he returned home, he seamlessly slipped back into his usual routine, enjoying breakfast with his family as though it were just another morning. However, the mood shifted when Susan asked for a private word. She was upset about how much time Reed was dedicating to his lab work, feeling it was pulling him away from them. Reed reassured her, expressing how vital his work was, but also emphasizing that, despite his expertise in countless fields, she was the one he knew best. He promised he'd need only one more week. On his first full day with the Council of Reeds, one of its founders brought him to a sprawling field of crops on an uninhabitable planet in Universe 8901. The founder explained the purpose of the farm, a project designed to end hunger by cultivating food on desolate planets and distributing it to the needy. He urged Reed to stop thinking small. One man could achieve so much more. The scale was staggering, with hundreds of planets devoted to this mission. Yet amidst the grand vision, Reed had one pressing question for the founder.
You're wearing an Infinity Gauntlet, a glove that will let any wish become reality. Why bother with all this when you could just snap your fingers?
It doesn't work that way. The gauntlet only functions in the universe it comes from, and we're operating in a slightly bigger arena than that. Besides, there's nothing wrong with getting your hands dirty, is there?
On the third day, Reed accompanied the second founder to Universe 45, where they subdued a particularly dangerous variant of Dr. Doom. Founder explained that Reed needed to witness the farm's purpose before being exposed to this reality. After securing the Doom variant, the founder placed a gold-plated collar around its neck, a device designed to permanently suppress higher brain functions, leaving the body as little more than an empty shell. The grim revelation didn't end there. The founder led Reed to a shadowy chamber beneath the council, a place ominously known as the Hole. Inside, dim lighting revealed a staggering sight. Hundreds of Doom variants, each collared and stripped of identity, reduced to lifeless husks.
This is wrong.
Of course it is. But like I said, necessary. You don't know it yet. But you'll learn that there is no greater threat in the universe than Doom. His appetite is unmatched. He will never break. He will never yield.
Why should I believe you?
Because on my Earth, a small portion of Victor's DNA was spliced together with mine. You see, I know him in a way that none of you ever will. I feel those same urges. I've got some Doom in me.
On the fourth day, Reed found himself alongside the third founder in the vast expanse of upper dimensional space within Universe 12,498. Their task was nothing short of cosmic surgery, altering the very fabric of reality itself. With precision, Reed extracted unstable fringe dark matter from a dying star, ancient remnants left behind from the Big Bang. The stakes couldn't be higher, and with each delicate maneuver, the fate of an entire universe hung in the balance. By the time the procedure was complete, 8 billion lives had been saved.
Feel good?
Yes, very good.
Well, that's it then.
What do you mean?
You've seen the farm
Yes.
and the hole.
Yes.
Then you've seen the good and the bad. And after that, you stood beside me, larger than the sun, and did the impossible. It's time for you to decide, Reed. Do you want to play superhero the rest of your life? Or do you want to join us and solve everything?
Lying in bed beside a sleeping Susan, Reed stared at the ceiling, lost in thought. The weight of his decision pressed down on him, and by day 6, he stood before the council leaders, ready to give his answer. After considering every option, he concluded that the only way to make the greatest impact was to join them. As his acceptance was announced to the gathered Reeds, the moment was shattered. A gateway was breached, and the entire council was compromised. The breach came from Universe 4280. Chaos erupted as security systems failed, and in the midst of it all, one of the Reed variants broke down, apologizing over and over again, his voice trembling. Something had forced him to do it.
They have grown mad. They think they are gods. I thought I could stop them alone. I was wrong. They took me, tore open my mind. I told them about us. And now they have come. And from here, they plan to take everything.
Who?
Not gods, but something close enough. Celestials.
One Reed variant pushed his abilities to the limit, reaching into the minds of the Celestials, desperate to uncover their true intentions. He managed to extract a single, chilling revelation. They sought to use the council as a staging ground for their conquest. But before he could go any further, the Celestials became aware of his intrusion. In an instant, his head was obliterated, leaving nothing behind. The Reeds were given a choice: kneel before them or face annihilation.
No. We are men.
We have no masters.
The Celestials showed no mercy, incinerating 2 of the council's founders in an instant, leaving behind nothing but scorched skeletons. Chaos erupted as every Reed variant scrambled for anything that could be used as a weapon, desperate to turn the tide. The last surviving founder quickly formulated a desperate plan. He turned to a Reed variant whose unique ability allowed him to open a portal to his own universe, the only way to access an Infinity Gauntlet that could be used against their enemies. The variant knew what this meant. Activating the portal would cost him his life. Yet, without hesitation, he made the sacrifice. With the Infinity Gauntlet in hand, the founder struck back, delivering a devastating blow to the Celestials. He then sent 5 Reed variants across the multiverse to retrieve powerful weapons from their own Earths. But as the battle intensified, only one Reed made it back, escaping through a closing portal just in time, severing a Celestial's hand in the process. The weapons he brought turned the tide, forcing the Celestials to retreat and securing the Council's survival. As the dust settled, Reed tended to the wounded. But amid the wreckage, he caught sight of the very variant responsible for this catastrophe.
Are you all right?
No. When they tore my mind apart looking for information about this place, the Celestials did something. It's gone, Reed. My gift. How my mind worked. Gone.
I'm sorry. We'll find some way to fix this. To fix you.
Will you now? And what if you can't?
I don't know. There are other things, important things.
Like what? Friends? Family? No one here has those things anymore. We gave all that up for the greater good. So if I don't have this, I have nothing.
What do you mean, no one here has those things?
It's simple, Reed. The cost of solving everything is everything. The work will consume you. How can we think about little things like our personal lives when the fate of all we know lies in the balance? Susan will stop understanding. Her patience will run out as she's forced to raise the family all alone. Doesn't she deserve better? Ben and Johnny will get angry and eventually move on. Your children will resent you because you work too much and love too little. All you will have left is this.
I would never do that.
Yes, you would. You will. It's the price, Reed. It always gets paid. Even knowing this is how it ends for me, I would gladly do so again.
No, I don't accept that. I won't.
Who are you to think you are different, Reed? You'll be back. You always come back.
Reed's mind drifted back to a memory long buried. His father. He recalled the moment he left, the weight of unspoken expectations hanging in the air. His father had always wanted more from him, not just brilliance, but something deeper. He wanted Reed to be a better friend than he ever was, a better husband, a better father. But above all else, he expected him to be something greater, a better man.